Hello and welcome back to Expedition 33. We have a problem. And that problem is that we have two builds I think that do not work. I think that Lune and Mael's build currently is not up to snuff. Why? Well, Ciel's build scales. I think that's the main benefit of Ciel's build. In fact, Ciel's build and Ciel's old build both scale incredibly well for completely different reasons. Her current build scales because the moon damage goes up every single turn and that we managed to get moon charges. That's fantastic. The Twilight build we had scaled because it allowed you to charge up End Slice for a massive single hit that would take out most of the health bar, right? Ciel's fantastic. Minoko's build is really, really good in that it consistently goes up in damage and it provides a lot of breaks, giving you a lot of options during combat. It gives you a lot of different ways that you can do things, allows you to skip certain turns. I think Minoko's got a lot of promise with his build. Verso doesn't have as much scaling in his build. In fact, he doesn't really ramp up at all as the fight goes on. His main benefit is that he can get to his max damage output really, really quickly, and as long as we can parry, he's at his max damage amount. So if we think about it, like, it takes him maybe 2 turns, and then he's at rank S and he's ready to go, right? That's why I think Verso works with it without having any of this other stuff. I think the problem is, for someone like Mael, her build just doesn't scale. It needs a lot of setup and it doesn't really work. I think putting in the Gustav's Homage makes it a little better because it feels a little nicer, but it doesn't scale. And Lune's build takes far too long to ramp up for the amount of benefit you get, right? Like Verso is doing the damage that Lune is doing on like turn 2, while Lune needs to be at least like turn 8 to get to max damage. It's not a viable strategy. So I want to do a little bit of looking at those two builds. However, before we do, we're gonna at least have a little look at the boss again, or the one that we're on. Also, thank you very much to the person in the comments who pointed out the obvious, but I did miss it. So there are 11 stages with 3 trials each. That would be 33 trials. So obviously this is the final one. Makes a lot of sense when you put it that way. But yeah, what my plan is, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do it for as long as I can take. Then we're gonna come out of it. We're gonna redo some builds, and then we're gonna go back into it. That's the way I think it'll work, just to give us a break in between. Of course, that doesn't matter, because actually what we're going to do is we're just going to beat it first time, and then that'll be the end of this. So, let's see. Tainted Love. Black Hole. Hey! I hit the first parry. Great. Okay. That's not too bad. Right, Ramasur Bonk gets us 20% of the break bar, which is a nice start. We start in C, so I'm just gonna go for a Strike Storm, I think. Yeah, let's go.
Time to strike.
Cool.
Well.
Then CL, what are we looking for here? We could intervention Minoko in order to get him ramping up very quickly, or she can start using Dark Wave. I just don't see a benefit to her using Dark Wave right now. I'd much rather just intervention Minoko, get him going.
Now's my favorite part.
And then I'm going to use Portier Crash, which actually I hope it doesn't put me into red. I didn't check, but it should be fine. Well, it puts me into purple. That's even better. Void Cross. I can parry this. Wrong timing. Okay.
Why, yes, I'd love a dance.
Okay, Verso's back. Don't worry about it.
Let's finish this.
Shoot once paradigm shift. Okay, go.
The sweet taste of battle.
Then we'll use Ramasur Bonk. She's already dead. You can stop. She's already dead.
Bring it on.
Okay, we get our 7 void meteors. And
Your turn to shine. Watch out. Foolish move. I'd love a dance.
cool. Oh, combo time again. Okay. Messed up.
Not impressed.
Cool.
Time to end this.
Res.
I'm back.
Intervention, which means that she can do her turn, get her moon charge, and we can do a res onto Minoko. Who then gets his turn, and then he's going to use Portier Crash again. Yes. Cool. That's 1.5 million damage already. Cool. Right.
Oh well.
Rocks. Wait for them to go back, and that's my timing window. I think I might have hit a trigger.
Let's have some fun.
Alright, yeah, shoot. Cool. Res.
What lovely feet.
Ramasur Ball. Cool. There's another counter. Cool.
It likes
Void
you.
meteors, 7 of them. The tail on this is the meteor itself.
Take your shot.
Foolish move.
Careful now.
Just try it.
And there's our counter. Nice. I think I'm still up for using intervention as my main thing, but I should definitely use a gradient charge here. Unless I'm going to do that on Minoko. Intervention. Use gradient and then have another turn, because I could gradient some shields onto us. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Let's do that. So intervention to Minoko.
Now's my favorite part.
Minoko's going to use Sanctuary. I don't know if he gets another turn after. He should, but even if he doesn't, that's still pretty good.
Overdue for some
Yeah, there's his next turn, and then we use Portier Crash, which is big damage. 2.2 million. Good. Okay. Definitely getting there. And then Phantom Stars. Cool.
Just try it.
Wrong timing, but hey, I have shields.
Eyes up. That's out.
Okay, I got perfect every time on that. That's
I am
cool.
refreshed.
I'm about to break. Nice. And then we use Mighty. Then we use Mighty Strike to put us into Almighty. Good. Here, I'm going to use Intervention to go
Your
back
turn
over
to
to
shine.
Minoko.
A bit of violence.
And then going to use Mighty Strike again. Well, no, I'm just going to use Duelist Storm actually. And if it does less than 2.2 million, then we know that we should use Portier Crash under all circumstances. Oh, I'm still kind of 50-50 on Portier Crash, although it might not move me to the right thing afterwards. Tell is the meteor.
It likes you.
Today.
Not great, but okay.
Oh, really?
Black hole. Wrong timing entirely. Okay. Tell is it moving backwards. There's our counter.
I feel better.
We res Verso.
Did I die again?
Verso does 2 shots. Then reses Minoko.
I'm
Minoko's
embarrassed.
in blue. 2, 3, 4, 5. I need Minoko to do something that gives him... how much AP? I need 3 AP. I could double Mighty Strike, at which point I've used 0... Yeah, I'm going to double Mighty Strike, at which point I've used... like, I haven't moved ourselves round. Like, the radial wheel. Yeah, I think that's the right move. But I have still attacked. And it'll move on my turn. I think this is the only way we can do it. Oh wait, it moves you to Almighty anyway. That's fine. But now I need to think about where I'm going to end up. Ramaster Bonk will put me into purple, which is fine. Stallet Punches will also put me into purple. Let's do Ramaster Bonk. Cool, that moves me to purple. Right, now we're back into where we were. I can parry this. There we go.
Try me.
Rocks. So we wait for it to move backwards. Okay.
Full
Fantastic.
deck.
Here I want to intervention Minoko. Because Minoko getting more turns is the most valuable thing that we can possibly do. Minoko, I'm going to use Sanctuary here. Because having more shields means that we are less likely to die. I know, it's a tough concept. Right, and then we hit this. Cool.
Let's have some fun.
Phantom Stars?
Phantom stars. Yeah.
Cool.
Shield incoming.
There's our counter.
CL incoming.
And counter. Wonderful. Black hole. Way too late. I was doing it too early before, so I was like, let's do it later. And there's our gradient counter. Nice.
Energized.
We want to Portier Crash. We cannot Portier Crash because it costs 8. I have no way of getting to 8. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to Mighty Strike. Cool.
I am refreshed.
Takes me to 4. At which point I Ramaster Bonk again, I assume. Nice. I have regen, so let's just put Mark on.
This will hurt.
Do me in.
I'm going to
Your time to
intervention
shine.
here. And Ramaster Bonk. Cool. We'll break next turn. The next time we do that. There's our counter. Okay. Yep, no idea what this attack was. I could not remember it at all, so I thought I'd try. Oh, that was AoE. I only knew that because Verso said something.
Ready to strike.
Okay, but yeah, just completely messed that one up basically. Thought I'd try dodging.
You can do better.
Just failed miserably. Portier Crash will break and will do like an absurd amount of damage, I think. Let's see. 3.4. So maybe Duelist Storm is probably doing more then. Okay. Mighty Strike. Cool.
Your turn to dance.
This Gradient Attack. And there's our counter. I don't have enough for intervention. I was thinking I could use intervention to No, you have to have enough AP to use intervention. That's the problem. I think that it's very likely that Monoko gets enough he gets enough AP to use Duelist Storm. Because he probably only needs one parry to get there. I'm just thinking about giving AP, but I think that's the wrong answer. I think the answer is use Sealed Fate. Cool. Okay.
It likes you.
7 of these, so at least it gives Monoko a chance to get his AP. Tell is the meteor.
Not impressed.
Eyes up, Monoko. Not today. It's locked on you.
Cool. Right. Our turn. With Verso, let's do Phantom Stars.
Violence.
Duelist Storm. Actually, no, it is better to use Portier
Just
Crash,
try it.
apparently. Okay. Based on that. Okay. Portier Crash, I think, just outperforms.
Your turn to
Radiant
shine.
Attack, love this one. And there's our Radiant Counter.
Let's gamble.
I'm gonna throw a Doom here.
Oh, my love.
Cool.
Let's play.
Then I'm gonna Intervention over
Your
here.
turn to shine.
A bit of violence, yes.
And then I want to use Venezuela Mortar. Is that correct? That moves me 6. Yes, yes I do. Okay.
Let's cover path.
Cool. You don't quite have enough to use anything that we would be really good here. So I guess I just shoot. Until I get to S and then Defiant Strike.
This will hurt.
Cool.
Oh, really?
Careful now.
Cool. Right.
Your turn to shine.
Okay, yeah. That's the one that always got me before. Okay. Stalic Punches moves me 4, which is fine. It keeps me in blue, which isn't really where I want to be. But we can move 4 into blue and then get ourselves back around to where we need to be in a second. Yes, that's the correct thing to do here. Cool. We're still in S, so I'm just going to revive. Not going to shoot.
Oh, really?
There's our Gradient Counter. Nice.
Do me in.
Intervention. Followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want to use Mortar. Cool. There's our counter.
CL, incoming.
7 of these.
Try me.
Careful now. Incoming.
Eyes up, Monoko.
And countered. Just looking at turn order. I want to use Phantom Stars. I don't want to try Steel Strike. That's a fool's game. I do want to use Sanctuary on Monoko's turn though.
A bit of violence, yes.
Yes, I'm going to start with Sanctuary. I think the shields are definitely needed. And then we want to do a Portier Crash. This is going to do an absurd amount of damage. Yeah, 4.8 million.
Take your shot.
Okay.
Do me in.
Wasn't too far off. I can give Monoko more AP and give him another turn, or I can use something like Dark Wave and just try and finish it myself. Let's use Dark Wave here. Okay, bet would have been better to give Monoko his turn. Okay, that's fine.
Let's carve a path.
Phantom Stars?
Phantom Stars.
Cool. Black Hole. Don't mess this one up. Way too early. Like, several light years too early. Okay.
My, what lovely
Monoko.
feet.
Ramasur Bonk. Here. Shoot twice because we're trying to rank up to S as quickly as possible now. Okay, then res.
You saved me.
Just completely smashing the button.
Why, yes, I'd love a dance.
7 of these. Okay. 5, 6, 7.
Coming. Monoko, get ready. Just try it.
Cool.
Oh, wow.
Portier Crash. And that's it. That would have been our highest hit, right? Nope. Endless. Reached the end of the Endless Tower and we got the Clair outfit and the Clair music. Cool. Okay, so as it turns out, yes, I will just do this first time. Turns out that if you do the hardest fight at the start of the recording session, it makes your life a lot easier. Crazy. Okay, also, like, we did all the prep work in the previous, attempt. Like, we learned all of the different moves and had good ones for most of them that weren't combo. And we were lucky that they didn't use a lot of the big combo moves early, so we were able to actually ramp up. And you could see the Monoko damage, like, going up and up and up and up to absurd levels very, very, very quickly, which was good. And it was really absurd because it was AoE damage, which Monoko was actually really good at with Portier Crash, as we found out. Anyway, cool. Trial complete. Well, is it Mael's outfit? No, it's your outfit? You got the Clair outfit? Oh, that is, that's something. I can't possibly, but it is interesting that she has the Obscur and he has the Clair. Okay. Cool. We got the Clair music as well. Although I thought we already had Clair, but I guess not. Alright. So that's that. We don't know what this bit at the back is for yet, though. Not bad. I'm impressed. Did you have fun? Yeah, I suppose so. Good. It's about time. Some advice. Don't let yourself get caught up in other people's drama. Neither of them are adult enough for the conversation they need to have. Until they face their grief, they're better apart than together. Instead, they do this and pull others into their mess. Like you, trapped in Aline's delusion. Before you call me a hypocrite, yes, I did get involved. I gave Renoir the edge he needed, otherwise she would have overpowered him long ago. She is, after all, the stronger painter. But there's a difference between helping and getting sucked in. This is not your battle, don't let their mess become yours. Aline would rather lose herself in make-believe than face reality. It's a drug she's unwilling to resist. Don't make the same mistake. Also, what's interesting is that this is Clair, right? But Clair is like, she's quite clearly calling her mother Aline. It shows there's a little bit of distance there. Wait, she also called them, she said Renoir as well. So she said Renoir and Aline opposed to Mama and Papa or whatever, like Maëlle would say. Which shows that, yeah, there's definitely a level of distance there. And Renoir, he's terrified of losing more family. And his response is to try and bend everyone to his will. Don't let his fear end up controlling you. It's not selfish to make your own choices, sister. You've made great strides since I saw you last. Don't go backwards. Take this, a reminder that you control your life. Oh, a new hairstyle? And if you're not having fun, do something else. Just hope you had fun, or I hope you had fun. Just remember. The only thing you owe them is to live a life you enjoy. Huh. Okay. Cool. So I think these are just weird looking things. Huh. So what's this area at the back? Maybe it unlocks later? You might be like, what do you mean unlocks later? Well, I mean, after you defeat, like, Painted Clair, maybe? Or maybe after you defeat Simon, some of this unlocks? Not sure, but, like, this definitely feels like it leads somewhere. But maybe it just leads to the fight arena. Maybe that's the idea. Like, you had to come up here to fight. We just happened to access it via other means. I don't know. It might be added to my list of mysteries to look up. But for now, we are done here. Also, what's interesting is we're level 91 on Verso, right? Verso's had all the XP that we could give Verso. He's still only level 91. I do know that there is an achievement for hitting level 99, because we have very few achievements in the game left, so it was like, here you go. Level 99 is one that you can get. The only reason I bring it up is because if there's an achievement for hitting level 99, it assumes that you can, like, I would assume that if you do all the content in the game, you should be able to hit it. I guess maybe we didn't grind. I suppose we didn't grind as much as we could have. But yeah, maybe you just have to spam a couple of those fights to do it. Like, so a couple of these fights in here. But yeah, it seems odd. Or maybe if you defeat Simon and Clair, that gives you enough XP. And we've got the Golgra fights to do as well. So, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe there's some XP we've got left on the table. But yeah, we're done here. This, yeah, what wasn't in my plans? Guess we could do the Golgra fights. We got to do Golgra with everyone, I think. Let me get my notepad. I didn't even have my notepad here. I was basically expecting to be stuck on that fight for ages. Right. Also, that's not the way to Golgra. That's the way to Golgra. We have a ton of chroma available. Oh, outfit for Maëlle. Sorry. What's the haircut called? Ponytail white. Oh, wait a second. So I was using double braid white. The double braid is double braid here. It's not Maëlle's haircut. Maëlle's the ponytail. Oh, so now we actually have Maëlle's hair. I hadn't even noticed that. Yeah, let's go back to ponytail. Even if it is slightly glitchy on that screen. Right. We're getting over here, and we're going to drop ourselves right... here. Right. Then we're going to go to camp. Where we can now play the Clair music. Okay. Anything else we need to do urgently? No? Just all these. They're just flowers. Okay, cool. So let's move over here. And let's start thinking builds. So Lune Maëlle. Actually, if we're doing solos, I need to do solo on Ciel, Lune, Maëlle, Monoko. We can set Ciel up really quickly. Favorites. Solo fighter. Let's go do it. Yeah. So she's set up, I think. Although she's a little low on health, actually. Anything I could buff her health with? Does she need charging critical? I suppose she does. Yeah, she might not need the speed on this one. Yeah, she doesn't really need the AP on base attack. The speed is like the main thing from that. Maybe this I'd prefer to have a health defense thing on. Let's see. Second chance might be useful on this fight, actually. Yeah, she can borrow this. She can borrow second chance. Cool. That's fine. And they can, yeah, we can alternate with that one. Right. Let's go do CL's one and get her reward. Because she's actually, like, ready to go. There'll be no issues whatsoever, I think, with her. After that, we got to think about how we're going to get Lune, Minoko, and Verso. Verso might be set up. I don't know if he does enough damage, but he might also be ready to go. I just need Solo Fighter on him. Provoke. CL. Let's go. Right. Okay. Harvest. Yeah, I mean, we can heal, which is quite nice.
I'll use your life. I'm waiting.
Out. Second chance brings us back. Dark Wave.
Take your shot.
There's our counter. Cool. Dark Wave.
It's a friend.
Okay. Failed, but we kind of expected it. We failed quite a lot of times on my L during this fight, so that's alright. Back in here again. Let's go. Okay. Heal with Harvest. There's our Gradient counter.
Death's
right.
a friend.
There's Dark Wave. Okay, we're back in a second.
You saved me.
Sealed Fate. Radiant counter. Nice. Sealed Fate.
Your fate is sealed.
Impressive. There's our counter. Into Dark Wave. And big counter. She goes into second mode, angry mode. Cool.
Take your shot.
Okay, don't come back, because I've already come back. In my head I was like, oh, and you just come back. Nope. Yeah, we're still dying fairly quickly. I guess I could put on the last stand stuff. Let's see, what can I get rid of for the last stand? Did I put them on favorites? I did put some of them on favorites. I need to add that to favorites. Every time I see a last stand one, I should just add it to favorites. Let's take away energizing turn. Go for last stands things here. Yeah, because he doesn't need energizing turn. Yeah, and then like auto regen. There we go. Let's do that. Right. Provoke. CL. Let's go. So now she's buffed up a little bit. And we get to go first. That's how buffed up we are in terms of our speed. Cool. And gradient counter.
Okay.
Into harvest.
Try me.
And countered.
Useful.
Dark wave.
Death is a friend.
Alright, I'm back in a second. Pop back up. Lose my buffs though, which is ideal.
Use your life.
Countered.
Take your shot.
And countered. Our turn.
Let's gamble.
Yeah, Phantom Blade. Let's break.
Lady Luck's not today.
Delays Skullgra going into super mode for another turn. Then Sealed Fate.
Your fate is sealed.
Right. She gets angry. Yeah.
Try me.
Okay. It was just impressive combos. Long as impressive. Yeah, okay. Plus extra. Right. Provoke. CL. We don't die. It's so much in the first phase. It's so much easier because I get to keep my buffs. Sealed Fate. Right. Yep.
I'm back.
And alright, like major regression. Ah, dear. That little like I don't know, that little noise that sounds like someone's blowing on the top of a pan pipe.
Okay.
It's like really odd. Oh, that was my only thing for it. Just like, it sounds really odd. You hear it at the end of combat quite often.
Not today.
There's that one.
Here we go.
Into Dark
Death's
Wave.
a friend.
There's another one.
Full deck.
Into Dark
Death's
Wave.
a friend.
There's another counter. Right. Let's do Phantom Blade here. First one's missed. Now she gets angry, but she only gets one turn of angry. There's our counter. I remember that. Yeah, they switch fast and swift in terms of name here, which is good. Could Shadowbringer here? I would lose the damage, but I'd gain the multiplier from Twilight on the next turn. It's worth thinking about, actually. If I'm going for bursts, like that into Phantom Blade is a pretty big burst. Let's just do Dark Wave and then maybe one more turn and we'll think about it.
Take your shot.
Right. Do I have a res? Can't remember. I think I do. Okay. Harvest.
Good.
Right, one more parry. It was the one that I could parry. Alright. Am I missing something from my last stand stuff? What have I got? Last stands. Actually, yeah, let's just do active first. Empowering. Last stand critical. So you gain powerful, you gain critical, you get auto regen, accelerating. Oh, I think I know which one I'm missing. There's like a protecting one. What's it called? Sorry, I was just going through these and can't remember what it's called. Protecting, longer powerful, no. Media res, no. First strike, no. Where's something that says last stand? Last stand, last stand. I guess base shield is not bad as well. But last stand. For sure there was one that gave you protect as well. Or shell. Shell on last stand? Shell on rush. Shell on rush would give it to you, but that's not really what we're... Oh, protecting last stand. There we go. Add to favorites. Sort by active. Is it sort by favorite? Go back in here. Sort by active. We'd find ourselves 1 point. Not solo fighter, definitely not. Let's take away protecting heal. So let's mark. I actually don't need to mark that on. That's fine. But then I can go favorites, and I can say I need protecting last stand. And then let's put augmented counter 1 on as well. Okay. So now she is tankier, and she does more damage. Let's see how that works for her.
I feel better.
Right, sealed fate.
Your fate is sealed.
Right.
Try me.
And cool. It's not that much more damage. Like, it seems like pretty much the same damage, actually. Huh. Okay, whatever.
Not today.
Yeah, cool.
Do me in.
Dark wave. Right. Must be more because it put her into this mode quicker, as in into angry mode
Lady
quicker.
Luck smiles today.
It's not much quicker. Okay, angry mode. We've lost our protection already, by the way. There's our counter. Dark wave.
Death.
Yeah.
It's a friend. Take your shot.
There's our counter.
Let's
Nice.
gamble.
Shadowbringer. I know I'm giving up my damage from
Time
Moon,
to
but
strike.
it's okay. Then Phantom Blade. Awesome. That worked. I guess Phantom Blade must be the thing that did 1.7 million damage. Alright. That wasn't half bad for a warm-up. And that got us Heaviston, a new weapon. Ooh. Okay, first of all, before I do anything else, no, not that. Turn that off. Active. Turn off all of these. You can kind of hear that noise I'm talking about in the background, actually. Now, not now. I'll see when it happens. There we go, that one. That's the noise I heard. Hopefully you heard it as well. But yeah, and I'm not sounding crazy. Oh, I'm taking favorite off of these, which is stupid. That's not what I wanted to do. What I wanted to do is just deselect them. Right. Oh, reselect that. I probably did that previously, and that's why I lost it. Which one do I still have on? Any of them? No. I think we're fine. Okay. So then I want to go to favorites, and I want to turn on energizing turn. Yeah. Just fine. I guess I could give her a solar fighter anyway. Point cost 1? Yeah, I guess you give solar fighter as like your thing there, but that's fine. Okay, what's Heaviston do? But we're obviously not switching to it, but what's it do? Free aim shots can consume sun charge to apply 5 foretell and consume a moon charge to deal 400% damage. Consuming a sun or moon charge gives 1 AP, base attack gives moon charge. Okay, I see how you could use this. So basically you could use free aim shots to generate, like, to consume charges, which would then generate your AP. So you could use free aim to generate AP to use other abilities. I think that's how you would use this, but anyway, cool. Right, so she's done. Should we do Monoko next, or do we do yeah, let's do Monoko next. Okay. Oh, also charging critical, swap with second chance. Yeah, there we go. Although I guess charging critical is not bad for him, but anyway. Yeah, it's all fine. Right. Here, sort by favorites. We also want to give him counter as well. So you don't need energizing turn. You need solo fighter, protecting last stand critical, accelerating last stand, augmented counter 3, augmented counter 2. Oh, there's something I wanted to check. Because it didn't seem like augmented counters were doing any additional damage. Does augmented counter stack? Expedition 33, augmented counter stack? Do they stack? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. People say they should. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I don't know. They say it should. Right. That's fine. Whatever. What am I missing on him? Sorry, I got distracted by another question. Don't need auto regen, base shield, limited power, protecting is on. Yeah, I think this is fine. So we have protecting, accelerating, solo fighter. Oh, empowering is the one I'm missing. Empowering 3. I don't need critical break, I need empowering. There we go. And then I can put in an augment counter 1 as well. Cool, let's go. Monoko.
Okay.
Let's go.
The sweet taste of battle.
He gets to go first. We use stallic punches. Right. There's our counter. Ramasura bonk. Cool.
Foolish move.
There's our gradient counter.
My favorite part.
Portier crash will break already. Yeah, let's do it. Wonderful.
A bit of violence, yes.
We then use Mighty Strike.
A bit of violence, yes.
Okay. Thinking we could do Ramasur Bonk. We could do Demi-Earth Thunder. No, we can't use Demi-Earth Thunder. I have no gradient charges. My only option is Ramasur Bonk, or you know what another option is? Spend a turn to give myself AP. She gets angry, we have to parry once, and if we parry once, we kill her.
Why, yes, I'd love a dance.
Do I have second chance on? I don't. Oh no. Okay, Okay, so I need to give him second chance, but I think he can actually, like, pretty much just get through this fight, like, 2 or 3 turns. Which one am I giving up for that? That one? What's it called? Second chance, yeah. Second chance is so good that, like, you just gotta have it, right? Okay, let's go. Means I lost a little bit of speed, so I was second, but it doesn't, like, that doesn't matter at all. Right, Portier crash. Let's do it. This is just an absurd amount of damage for a bit. That is 1.2 million, no setup.
Violence.
Ramasura Bonk. Right.
That's more like it.
Cool. There's our gradient counter.
The sweet taste of battle.
Stallic punches. Okay.
I'd love a dance.
There's our counter. Blue, I want to use Beniswar, or Beniswar Mortar. Right, then we're going to Portier crash kill it. So we're in kind of the same situation. A bunch of things wore off this turn, but I have second chance, so I think it might actually be dead. Yeah, I think it is dead.
Oops. Come back.
Because now I just use this. Followed by Mighty Strike.
A bit of violence, yes.
And that's the end. Yeah. So Monoko had no issues there. Sidara we already had and we converted it to Chroma. Alright, it's fine. I'm happy to convert it to Chroma. Right, Monoko. First of all, give second chance back to Verso. There we go. Second of all, sort by favorites and take all of these things off that you no longer need. Critical break back on. He had energizing turn. I must have something else on here that I didn't have on before. Was it augmented? Was it this augmented count? Did I have none of the augmented counters on, maybe? That sounds familiar, yeah. I think it was something like this, and then maybe I had augmented counter 1 on or something. Something weird like that. I don't think that's what I had, but yeah, maybe that's what I had on. Let's do that. Okay, cool. So Monoko's done. Means we're just missing Verso and Lune. Well, given that Verso already has second chance on, let's go set him up, right? What can he ditch? Could ditch his shield affinity. Could ditch augmented parry. I can ditch augmented aim. I can probably ditch augmented parry as well, but let's just go powering. Ditch that for accelerating, protecting. Blast cannon. Or auto regen. Probably just last cannon here. Oh no, last stand critical. I don't know if I need that. Let's just give him blast cannon. There we go. Right, provoke to a duel. Verso. Verso does a lot less damage than both of the previous ones, so let's see. Fire into paradigm shift. Right. Cool. Right. Steel strike.
Prepare for oblivion.
There's our counter, plus...
Let's carve a path.
Not quite into S, okay. But that's S there. Perfect. Phantom Stars?
Phantom Stars. Not impressed.
I think the problem is I'm not moving towards any kind of burst for killing. So I'm going to have to parry something here. I think a Defiance Strike here.
This will hurt.
Nice. Okay, so she gets angry and I need to parry something.
Not impressed.
Okay, died on that one. Let's try the next one.
Here we go again.
Shoot. Into paradigm shift here. Cool.
Bring it on.
And countered.
Just try it.
Okay. Almost got crazy down. But yeah, Verso just kinda lacks burst damage, I would say. At least with our current build. I never want to speak to Golgra. I only ever want to provoke Golgra. So it's fine. Let's go. Yeah, I think shoot all the way down here into paradigm shift makes sense. Gets you to B really quick.
Just try it.
Countered. Maybe I just keep. I was thinking maybe I just keep shooting. And then maybe Strike Storm. Not quite into S, but pretty much. Okay, I really need to get the.
This will hurt.
Yeah, get the parries down for those. Right. There's our counter. I lose a bunch of buffs currently because number of turns ran out. Strike Storm.
Time to strike.
Almost into S.
Not impressed.
And countered. Okay. Paradigm shift. Just trying to keep her that side of the bar, as in on the right hand side, so she wasn't angry. Now she is angry, but we get to do our turn first. You could do Steel Strike and just go all in on like we're gonna kill her. I have to parry if I'm gonna kill her, so let's Steel Strike. Okay,
let's go
back. Shoot. Into paradigm shift. Right. Okay. I got hit by the exact same parts of the crazy combo as last time. Okay. Right, provoke. Verso, let's go. Okay.
Let's carve a path.
Yeah. I think the exact same plan makes sense here. Cool.
Not impressed.
That's not a ton of AP we're getting from that, but that's fine. We got some from Paradigm Shift, I suppose. Strike Storm.
Nice.
Oh
well.
Counter.
My turn.
I can shoot into S, which I should do, and then Defiant Strike. Big counter. Ooh, 1.5 million. Would love to set up a Steel Strike here. I'm going to instead heal, because I don't want to make Golgra angry. I'd rather just get a counter at S here to start us off. Then I'm going to use Phantom Stars to break. Cool.
Let's cover path.
Then Paradigm Shift. Right. Golgra gets angry, but she's much lower in health than she was before. And countered.
Time to end this.
Steel Strike.
Bring it on.
Bit of a risk, but I think I just secured us the kill. Although I would have... Oh, never mind. Never mind, I actually made it so I had to do an extra parry anyway, so... That's fine. I cleared Golgra. And we got Saccharum upgrade. Oh, alright. That's fine, I suppose. Yeah, okay. So that is that one there. So you can't lose Perfection, no damage increase from rank 1. Yeah, some kind of weird base attack build based one. Okay. Then we have Lune. She already has Solo Fighter on. I could take off something. I'm going to take off Shortcut for second chance. Although Shortcut is good, second chance is obviously better for what we want to do. What does she have active? What can I take off? No, I need Combo Attack 3. She barely has anything on. I think that's the problem. Probably Burn if it... No. Warming Up I think I take off here. Let's go favorites. I'm going to take Warming Up off, which seems just incorrect, but anyway. I can't, I feel like the last stands are needed. I feel like that's needed as well. Last stand critical? Maybe not, but like that one's needed. Do I protect in last stand on? Yes, okay, cool. Right. Let's try it. Might not be too bad. I mean, Burn is very good in a one-on-one fight. So
A storm is coming.
yeah, especially if I can just start by doing this. Right. There's our counter.
Now's our
And
chance.
the counter's still doing reasonable damage.
I'm ready.
It means if we have like a slow turn like that, we're actually in a great spot.
A storm is
We
coming.
could use our AP to do like free aim shots, but we're not worried about completing the fight as quickly as possible. We're worried about getting up to max burn. Because if we can get up to max burn before she gets angry, then the angry phase will be shorter.
I'll do it.
There's our counter. And that's on there. Countered. Keep attacking.
I'll do it. That
Alright, didn't get my
hurts.
parry, but that's okay. Attack.
Ready to evade.
And countered.
So much potential.
And again. Now we're at max burn, I think. Or at least where we tend to end up for max burn. Right.
That hurts.
So now I'm wanting to do something like this. And then attack. She gets angry. I have to parry 2 in a row here.
I'll do it.
Hey, I parried the crazy combo. That's good.
I'm ready.
Fast. And countered.
That hurts.
Attack. Long. Okay, I have second chance. That's okay. Not the end of the world.
I won't waste this.
She's still alive.
That hurts. Ready to evade.
And countered. I mean, I could heal. That's my option, is I can heal. Healing reduces our damage output a little bit, but actually not by as much as you'd think. That's revitalization.
Good.
I think it's the correct move for like doing this. Ow. Okay. Never mind. I was thinking because we'd survived like little hits here and there that actually made sense, but no. Okay. Actually, weirdly on you, we go and check what's active. Yeah, I don't think that any of these are relevant for you. These, I think rush is maybe relevant. I don't think that protecting is relevant, and I don't think that, yeah, I just don't think they're relevant. Is it just those 2 I had on? Might just be those 2 I had on. What did I take off for it? I can't remember. That's okay. Must not be important. No idea what it was. Do we have any burning stuff in here that sounds good? Burning mark. No. Light burn on hitting marked enemy. No. Chance to burn on free aim shot. I guess I should take that. Then maybe increased free aim damage, maybe? No, powerful shots. There we go. Let's see how that looks. Because as long as I can parry the first part, this might allow me to get our burn up higher. So I'd now do like this, and then attack. Right.
Ready to evade.
There's our gradient counter. Right. Hey, I got burn applied. There's the counter.
Chroma is flowing.
Right, attack.
I'll do it.
There we go. Another gradient counter. And countered. Keep shooting. And do more. Right. Again, there's an argument for using revitalization here, so I'm going to use it.
Better. I'm ready.
There's our counter.
Let us stain them.
Right. Attack.
I'll do it.
And counter again. Keep shooting, just for the chance of applying extra burn. There's our gradient counter. Keep shooting. And attack. This will make her angry. Yeah, Gogo gets angry. Right.
Ready to evade.
And countered. Don't know if I've ever seen that one before, but you can do that as many times as you like. That's not a problem. Right, attack. There's our counter. Right,
ready to evade.
Fast. And countered.
Now is our chance.
Back to stabbing shoot. And an attack.
I'll
Right,
do it.
crazy.
A storm is
Okay.
coming.
Keep firing. Attack. Right. Okay, well, I get to res at least.
I won't lose again. I'll do it.
And countered.
Chroma is flowing.
Keep firing. And attack. Okay, we did it. Alright. Well, wasn't half bad for a warm-up. Hey, we've done the Golgra stuff, and that leveled up Trebuchet. Which is this one. Random stain on free aim shots. Yeah. Okay. Cool. And that is us done with Golgra. So Golgra's off my list. So let me just get back to my list of things to do. Okay, so we have finished the Endless Tower. We finished the Mimes, which was on my list, and we finished Golgra, which means that the only two things left on my list of things to do in the entire game, apart from, you know, redoing the ending, which will take like all of 2 seconds, I imagine, with our current builds. The only thing left to do is the Clair and the Simon fights. Alright. That's not bad. That's pretty good. Upgrade attributes. Let's see. And probably get to level 99. But, you know, you don't necessarily need to be here for that part. And master all of the Pictos that we currently have. Although if we... My only problem with mastering the Pictos we currently have is... the reason I would want to do that is so that I can master all the Pictos. But we obviously can't master all the Pictos because we can't buy them all without grinding money, so... Yeah. Don't know. I kind of prefer when games are balanced so that you get... Like, if you do all the content, you can get all the stuff, right? I think that's my preferred balancing method for, like, achieving everything. I don't really like it where it's like, even if you do every single thing in the game, you're not going to quite have enough to, like, buy all the stuff in the shops. Now, for something that's, like, has another thing in it, like time-based, like a Persona or a Fire Emblem, you know, where it's like, you've got a limited time to access material. That I can understand you not being able to get everything, because it's basically saying, hey, you have a limited time, you can choose A or B, right? Then it's a choice. But the problem with this game is that it's not a choice, right? It's you can choose A or B, or you can choose C, which is go grind some enemies and then you can get the other one, right? I don't know. It doesn't feel quite the same to me, but maybe they are trying to make you choose. Maybe they're trying to make you specialize. Maybe they're trying to make you more sold on your, get settled into your build. But the problem I have with that is if they want you to, pick your build and kind of go with it, why do they give you, as part of the normal gameplay experience, so many recodes? We have got, I think we had 40, well no, we must have had almost 50 recodes that we've used throughout the game, right? So we've almost used 50, or we've had access to 50 recodes. So you could have redone your build 50 times, but you don't actually have the crafting material to redo your build. Now, if you could use a recode, well, actually, let me test, because I don't know. But if you could use a recode to reset a weapon, then it's then it makes more sense. But yeah, you see, you can't use recodes to reset weapons. Let's just look at the one I'm at. Yeah. So you couldn't use a recode to reset this, which means that effectively you've got a very limited resource here. I don't know. Yeah, also I'm looking at this and realizing we don't have that many options. Yeah. We actually don't have that many options of things for her to switch to. I guess it has to be Kralum, right? Yeah, it has to be Kralum. 1, because we've already leveled it. And 2, because if she switches to Kralum, then she has infinite scaling, because casting a skill of increases the skill damage of all other elements by 20%. Resets when casting a skill of the previous element. Yeah, so that must scale. Wait, yeah, let me just see. Does Kralum stack? That's my new question. Does Kralum stack? Kralum stacks additively with itself. Okay, so it's 20%, 40%, 60%, as long as there was no duplicate element sequence since last reset, not just the previous element. If you cast fire, ice, and then fire again, it would reset. Okay, wait a second. It stacks additively as long as there is no duplicate element in sequence since last reset. Only the first hit of the multi-hit element skill is taken into account. Well, that, makes perfect sense, because... oh, right, no, it's meaning, if it does multiple elements per hit, only the first hit counts. In the multi-element skill case, it only boosts the elements that are in the sequence since reset, as opposed to single-element interaction. So if you cast Ice, Fire, and then Genesis with the first hit being Lightning, it would only boost those 3 elements by 40%. Okay. Yeah, okay. So basically, no, it's not infinite scaling on Kralum. Kralum can scale up to 60% damage. Yeah, essentially. Because what it's doing with Kralum is it's boosting the other elements, right? And it says, resets when casting a skill of a previous element. Ah, that makes actual perfect sense. Okay, so it's saying that if you keep switching elements, it'll boost up, and then it'll go back down. So you can get to a 60% bonus on your last one. So that could be interesting to try and work out, a turn order. It's effectively, it's a less strict Monoko, thing, if that makes sense. Because 1, it doesn't reset if you use something else. So if you use a healing one, it wouldn't reset. And 2, you're not on the wheel. You just need to use a different one. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, I think Kralum could be our answer. I think I like that. Yeah, I like the idea of using Kralum and then switching up that. And also the nice thing about Kralum is we can actually afford it as well. Because I just don't feel like the current weapon's going to do it for us. The burn build is interesting, but I wouldn't call it good. I would definitely not call it good. Let's go Kralum. I don't even know if we're going to use you actually here, but let's go out here and let's just set Kralum so I remember next time to switch to Kralum. Okay, you know what, as well, let's write down some of this. So, new page on my notebook here. So, Kralum. Yeah, let's try Kralum. I think that's the build. Okay, and then Mayel. I just don't feel like this is it. Like this build just doesn't feel good. That's my problem with this one. It's just not good. Does she have anything that scales at all? It's like this one doesn't scale, right? In any way. Double gradient generation. I guess the main benefit of IL is that you can get gradient bonuses really, really quickly. So if you pair her up with someone else who benefits from gradient attacks really well, like CL, Mayel becomes a lot better. But like this, I think outperforms Coldham for what we're using it for, because it gives you double gradient generation while in defensive stats. So it's just straight up better than our current one, like for what we're using it for. Burn kind of it scales, but it has the same problem that that Lune has, right? Like burn has a limit. This is really good because on defensive stance gain 1 shield per parry and in 50% increased counter damage with shields. If you can make it so that you like have shields up and you can continually get shields up, that counter damage becomes insane. Problem is, it's a level 13 weapon, so we don't have the material to upgrade that. That probably would have been better. See here, Glacium. It's kind of interesting, but like I don't think it's really what we're looking for. Yeah, there's a lot of stance switching stuff here that just doesn't sound that useful. Yeah, like all the stance switching stuff is fine, but I need like extra damage. I burn to self on turn start. 10% increased damage for each self burn stack. That's fine as long as you can keep burn like from killing you, but that's very difficult. I'd imagine. While in defensive stance receive heal instead of burn. I guess you could just stay in defensive via means. I guess you could just Mezzo Forte, like the ultimate free aim build. You just stay in defensive, Mezzo Forte each turn and use free aim shots to shoot the enemy. Thereby, and you're going to get more powerful every single turn. You're going to get 10% increased damage for each self-burn stack. And then you reach the enemy that absorbs your burn and you hate everything. Okay. What's that one? Applying Shell also applies 1 shield. On applying shield, give AP. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Like this I think is probably the answer here. Because Coldham, right, is doing nothing for us except giving us a 2% heal on crit, right? Because the critical chance while defensive doesn't matter because we're not using like that's only for abilities that you use when you're in defensive, which means you're already doing 50% less damage. So I can't see how that's going to work very well. Okay. Batlum here. Double gradient generation while in defensive. And 5% gradient charge on parry. So that means if you do like a parry of like a three-part combo, you get 15% gradient. If you're in defensive, you get 30% gradient from that. If you crit with the gradient thing, you get an extra 50% gradient. And then if you use the gradient generation attack as well, you end up with even more gradient charge. Although you can't use the gradient generation attack while in defensive because it switches you to defensive. That's the problem with these builds, is they don't work. Like, the problem is, the abilities that you want to use in defensive stance are the ones that switch you to defensive stance. It, like, at least the ones we've got. I think it doesn't feel very good in terms of that. I don't know. We also have an ability that people said... I'm just looking at other ones we have here. We have this one that people said we shouldn't take. That puts you into, yeah, into stanceless. That's wild. Okay. What else haven't we taken? Reduce self-health to 1. Yeah, no. Payback. Reduced AP cost for each attack parried since last turn. Does very high single target physical damage. Interesting. Lies defenseless to all enemies. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think she has a build that I like in the same way that I like the others. I guess she could just kind of... I suppose that we could just adjust her current one or switch to another one that we've had for her. I mean, I guess, yeah, her mark did do like million damage, but we're in a world of Minoko, and she's not performing up to the same level. Yeah, I guess we make her a gradient bot somehow. Okay, I'll think about it. Let's just write the word gradient. We'll do this at the start of next episode before we go and face Clair. I think that seems like a good idea. Right. So Kralum and gradient builds are the ones that I'm looking at. Because then we would be able to do gradient stuff, and you could do something like you could get Mael's gradient, which would then allow you to res, and it would allow you to, say, set up Verso's Angel Eyes. You could set up CL's Doom, right? There's a lot of options for it. Like Doom is a 2-cost, it's a 2-cost gradient attack, which does insane amounts of damage and applies 3 debuffs. So I think that could work, right? Mael CL, that kind of thing. And Lune just needs like a reset. We need to figure out what we're doing there. I suspect that Lune's best use might be as a support bot. But a support bot who does damage. Like we have her able to do damage using Kralum to like achieve that, and then have her effectively have like reses and other such things. I think that could be useful. But anyway, for now, I'm going to end the episode. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.